A couple weeks ago, I picked an apple from some old apple trees that I found on our property, and I couldn't figure out what kind they were. I don't think the owners who lived here before us know what kind of apple it was, and they're not the ones that planted them. So anyway, I know of this organization, I think it's called the Lost Apple Project or something like that, and they go around the Northwest specifically looking for apple trees that may have been lost. They're varieties that might be otherwise lost, and so they go around and try to find these trees, and then they propagate them so they can keep them going. So anyway, I contacted them. I sent a picture of the apple that I took and sent a message to them. Well, I just heard back from the guy, and he wanted some more information on the trees. So I'm going back to the back part of our property to get some of that information for him. So while we're back here, I'll just show you some of what it looks like. We have just under 4 acres back here, and right now it used to be a cattle pasture, and then back over there is a hayfield that's fenced in. But we have horses on it right now. 12 horses that belong to a local rancher, and we're using them to just kind of eat down the grasses so we don't have to mow it. We did the riding lawnmower back here once, and that wasn't fun. After they're done with this pasture area, then we're gonna let them into the hayfield and let them have a hay day in there. So anyway, I'll show you some of what we have back here. Let me turn you around. So this right here is a little kind of marshy area, and it's what's going to be a pond eventually, especially the other side. It's very slow moving water. It's not a true spring, it's not a creek, I would say. And then we've got some Russian olive trees in here, which I want to get rid of because they're like weeds. Lots of blackberry brambles. And then on the other side of over there is a marshy area that we want to clean up and make into a pond. And there are the horses. Probably can't get very close with this lens, but I'll focus in a little more on them for you. Got about 12 of them right now. Some foals with their mamas and some other horses as well. So back here, this right here is actually a plum tree that I was able to get a couple small pailfuls of plums from this year. So I was excited to find that we have a plum tree. Lots of wild blackberry right here, kind of in between this plum tree and I'm not sure what tree that is. There's some elderberry. They fenced this area off. Actually, on the other side of this fence is still our property, but they fenced this area up so that their cows wouldn't get in this area and muck it up, because we actually have a creek running back here, and they put up this area here for the cows to be able to get to for watering, and the horses are also able to use this area. But this right here is an old apple tree, and I think we actually have a couple of them back here. So we have this one, and oh, it looks like 3 maybe. This one right here, and then this one as well. I don't know, it's hard to tell if those are coming from the same root system or if it's 2 separate trees. I'm not sure. Anyway, the guy wanted to know the circumference of the trees, or the diameter, and if they were irrigated, which obviously they're right next to a creek. And then he wanted to know if I could send him some apples, but I think it's a little late for that. I'm not seeing any more apples, maybe a few shriveled up ones. So anyway, I came down here to measure the trunks, and see if I could find at least a couple apples to send him. He wanted 6 or 7, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So anyway, I'm gonna get over the fence and do some measuring. Woo! That's a big one. Take some pictures too. Until I sew my measuring tape. How do you measure one that has multiple trunks on it? Okay. I think this one will just try to get the diameter instead of the circumference. Oops. Okay, so I don't know, guys. What do you think? Blackberries. It's probably safe an entire 5 feet around, huh? I have to say 60 inches because I can't reach it. 60 inches, question mark. All right, so we'll see if we can find any apples. No. Well, there's one way up there. I can't reach that. Okay. See if there's any on the ground. I saw a teeny tiny one, but I don't think that's going to be of any help. Ah. Unfortunately, I think most of them are going to fall out in that field. And either the horses have grabbed them or they've rotten. And if they fall on this side, they're falling in the creek or across the creek. And I can't really get to those. I found 2 in fairly good condition, got some wormholes. Another one that's a little bit rotten. Probably send a picture and ask him if he wants those anyway. I'm gonna do a little more searching and see if I can find anything more. Well, I found an apple actually right here. I see another apple up there. I don't think I can get it, but I'll try. Sorry, got all the apples in my pocket here. I don't think so. I got it. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Got a couple more on those branches over there, but I'd have to go wading in the creek, and I don't think that's going to happen today. So, we'll go back up and take pictures of these and see if they're good enough to send to him so that they can figure out what kind of apple tree this is.